What's up? Okay, so it wouldn't be Halloween until you make a face cast of yourself, which I'm going to be doing with these. I got these at Michael's. I've used them before. I kind of cut them in really big strips, so I'm hoping I don't have to prep them too much. I hope you can see me. I'm sorry about all the stuff in the way. I'm really bad at talking. I need to work on this. But yeah. Been kind of putting this off for a while. I don't know why, because I've done this a lot before. You know, in like high school we did it, and then a couple years ago at our old house I did it because I really wanted to make my own face cast, to make my own prosthetics, but I never did it right, so I threw that away eventually. So now I don't know why I'm putting this off. Like, it's not scary. They come right off. I just don't want it on my face. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So we're gonna start off with some Vaseline. We're gonna put it on your eyebrows. You don't want your eyebrows coming off during this part. Ugh. I also don't like the feeling of Vaseline on my face, I don't think. And then I have a lot of baby hairs, and I'm not wearing a bald cap, which is recommended sometimes to wear a bald cap when you do this, so you don't get plaster in your hairline. So I'm just gonna lather myself up. Very moisturizing. Sorry about my makeup. I don't wear a lot of makeup. Alright. And something else I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in my hair. At least like slick my hair back with it. It'll be fine. I'm gonna take a shower after this. I'm also not, this is gonna come out later, but tomorrow I'm going to a thing with work. So I'm really hoping that like I don't have a reaction, or that my hairline doesn't look like a greasy mess tomorrow. Like I can get this out. So, alright. I am sufficiently lathered. Maybe not my lips. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip these strips, in this pretty much room temperature water. This one didn't say the recommended amount that your water should be at. Some may, because Plaster of Paris does, and make sure it's like, says it's suitable for your face, but some Plaster of Paris has a chemical reaction, and you do not want to overheat your water before, like while you're applying, because you don't want any chemical burns on your face. So this one, it says you can use it on your face. I got it at Michael's. I think I got it on sale. It was pretty, not too expensive. I'm also sitting on my floor in my living room, so if you hear noises, I'm watching Supernatural, which whenever I did my creature last year, the Leviathan, I didn't actually know it was from Supernatural, so you learn something every day. And I'm hoping to have some, like, video editing, so that, you know, when I start applying and I'm not going to be talking, that I can, like, just skip through it all. And maybe I will cut a lot of this, too, and just, you know, keep in the important detail bits. So you're to the side of me, so I guess we're going to start. So I was able to figure out the voiceover and how to cut things. So this is what I'm doing for you. As you can see, I am putting plaster all over my face, being careful around the eyes and around the nose, because you want to breathe while you're doing this. You want to be able to see what you're doing. But yeah, I'm just reinforcing every area. Some places were pretty thin, so I just wanted to go back over it. So you might see me in a different same spot a few times. But I do reinforce it later on. But, you know, just while you're taking it off, you want to make sure that it's nice there and secured to your face and, you know, won't crack or break when removing it. So, yep, that's what I'm doing. I wish this project was as fast as this, but it kind of took forever. Like, I get annoyed, can't vape, drying it off, trying to remove it, having problems. So I washed off my face. Well, I rinsed it and then tried to get the plaster bits, and I didn't do such a good job on that part. However, I would happily like to report that I had no eyebrow casualties. They are still here, and no hair casualties, even though I did get really close to this side of my face. Not so much this side. But then we have this. This is my face cast. You can actually see like where my eyebrows are. I don't know if you can see that real close or not. But next step is to fill in, like, do you see this is the inside? So I then that part needs to be reinforced with some more plaster, and then I need to obviously fill in my eyeballs and my nose and a little bit up in my brow. So anywhere that I can see light when I hold it up, I just need to go back in and reinforce it. And since I have everything out, I'm just going to do it here on the floor. I won't show you that part because I don't have a mount to hold you guys downward facing or up, whatever, sideways. So I won't film that part, but I'll show you once it's done and when I prepare to pour my plaster in here to get it all ready to make my mold. Okay, now I have my thing prepped in a box. I'm gonna move you and show you. So there is my face cast in a box. I hope that will work, but we'll see. So, what I'm gonna do now, please don't mind this mess, it's dog food. We've discovered that my dog really likes the same brand but a different flavor. He like goes crazy for it. So anyways, what I did was I filled up one of these with water. Water's in this one. So it's 1 part water and I believe 2 parts plaster. How's that even possible? Yeah. Yes. So it's 2 to 1. So here I'm mixing the plaster and trying to incorporate everything together. You can see that I'm using this tiny little stick, and that was a pain to use. I probably should have used something bigger to do it, but eventually it does get to the right consistency. I have to add a little bit more plaster each time just to, you know, it didn't seem like it was in the right consistency. It needed to be like a pancake batter or a waffle batter, but eventually I do get it, and I just left the screen. Oh, I'm back. All right. Oh, I forgot the olive oil. You have to grease up your mask in order to pour the plaster in. So I'm doing that and making sure that everything is nice and oiled up. And I believe I'm pouring here. So I'm finally putting the plaster in, and I'm realizing that I made too much plaster. So I had like a lot of plaster left, and I don't really know what to do. So I'm going to get up, and I'm going to come back with some silicone molds. Probably anytime now, Becca. Oh, there I am. So there are my silicone molds, and I'm going to just pour the rest of the plaster into those molds because, you know, when don't you need a plaster of Paris mold of stars, or I think the other one is I forget what it's called, but it's a skull. It's pretty neat. So then I just kind of clean up a little bit and do some things, and that's pretty much it. And then I'm going to cut to, oh, the finished product. Here's the finished product. One thing that I want to say is once you have your mold set and everything is ready, you want to be sure to cover this in at least 4 to 5 layers of that Gorilla wood glue, or just wood glue that you have at your house, or even Mod Podge will work perfectly fine. And then once that's all dry, you can start molding. And that should be it. But thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Later.